Okay, let's do our warm-ups and see about some upper back work today. So let's start in mountain pose. As always, spread your toes, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders lined up, sitting bones down, get the core activated, bring your shoulders back and down, and relax your arms. Take a moment to close your eyes and breathe. Exhaling stress and tension. Inhaling awareness and opening in your systems. And let's inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, hands to your heart. Stretch out to the front and clasp your hands behind you. Press your fingers to the floor and lift your heart, stretching your head back. And as you exhale, pivot forward. Bring your hands way up and your head down toward your legs. Take a moment there and breathe. And then bend your knees slightly, tuck in your chin, and wind your way all the way back up. Just feel your spine move back into place as you go, and lift your heart. Drop your shoulders, stretch your head back, just feel that upper body get a little work going. And then inhale upright, release your arms. Take a moment, breathe in, feel your energy starting to flow. And again, inhale, arms to shoulder level, hands to your heart, stretch to the front, and clasp your hands the opposite way behind you. Lift your heart, drop your shoulders, and stretch. Take a moment and breathe, just lifting that heart maybe a little bit more. And then again, pivot at your hips. Come on, exhaling over. Head down, hands up, move your chin around. Just let your neck release a little bit. Lift your sitting bones. Feel the back stretch. And then again, with your knees slightly bent, work your way back up. Chest high as you get to the top, and don't forget to breathe. Inhale upright, release your arms. Take a moment just feeling that circulation. Spread your toes out, relax your shoulders. Bring both arms out, palms to the ceiling, hands over your shoulders, and then clasp them. Bring them back by your ears, and sitting bones down. So everything is straight to the front and lean to one side. Push out through your head and hands. Make sure your shoulders are forward and push your foot down so your ribs stretch apart a little bit more. And then come back upright. Switch the other hand to the front. Again, bring your arms by your ears and stretch it up. Lean to the other side. And again, only as deeply as your body wants to go, remember. Make sure hips and shoulders face the front. No twisting. And then inhale back up and release. Feel those sides a little more open. And get ready for our spine opening twist. So sitting bones down, crown high, arms out. Keep the shoulders down, palms toward the ceiling, hands overhead, and clasp your elbows. Stretch the spine apart for that twist and turn to one side. Take a breath in, pivot over in the twist. And go as deeply as feels okay. Spread your toes, get weight into both feet evenly. And then work your way up in the twist and lift your heart. So chest high, shoulders down, and a little upper body back bend, but remember, don't overdo your low back when you're twisting. And then inhale up, turn to the center, and switch your arm. And again, stretch things apart, turn to the other side. A breath in, and exhale over. And once again, as you get into that position, just relax, exhaling any tightness. Feel the stretch. And keep the weight on both feet as you come back up. And again, lift your heart. Just a little upper body back bend, chest high, shoulders down. And then inhale upright, exhale around to the center, arms up into extended mountain. Sink evenly into your feet, spreading your toes. And then that swan dive forward. Come parallel to the floor, stretch it out, and then just drop into ragdoll and hang. Take a moment to breathe, exhaling tension. Pull in deeper with your hands behind your legs if you like that stretch. And then arms back to the front and wind your way all the way back into mountain pose. As you get there, just take a moment, feel your spine, relax your shoulders. Bring your hands onto your back, so fingertips down by your hips and palms on your low back. Pull your elbows toward each other and lift your heart. So just bring your head a little bit back, but don't lift your chin too high. You want the neck to keep stretching. Just press gently into the low back and lift your heart, feeling that spine get a little bit of extra back bend. And then bring your head back forward and release into mountain pose. And then clasping your fingers together, bring your hands behind your head. Elbows way out to the sides, toes spreading. And then inhale, lift your heart, look slightly up, and as you exhale, let your head go heavy and back into your hand. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Exhaling, letting that head just sink deep into your hands. Keep those elbows out toward the sides. Just feel that upper middle back getting a little bit more back bend on this one. Breathing, just relaxing. And then bringing your chin back towards your chest, coming upright. Release your arms back to your sides, again into mountain pose. Feel the spine, again, a little bit more activated. And bring your hands to your heart. Inhale them toward the ceiling. Look at your thumbs as you pull them behind you. And then swan dive again forward. Exhaling over. Hands up on your shins under your knees and straighten your spine. Stretch everything out long. Drop back into ragdoll, hands together, inhaling. Hands to your heart. Shoulders down and back into mountain pose. Bring one arm out in front. Bend the elbow. Bring it in by your nose. Bring the other arm out. Wind it around and see if you can bring your palms together or the backs of your hands. And then pull your elbows down and in. Feel that upper back area and get a nude kind of stretch. And then push your elbows out and raise your arms. And again, just feel what's going on across your back. Take a breath. Just relax it. Bring those hands as high as they want. Keep the connection between your arms right in front of your nose. And then release your eagle arms and just release and relax. And of course, we'll balance with the other arm. So arm out, bend the elbow, bring it in, other arm out, bring it under, and again, see if you can bring the hands together or the backs of the hands. Pull the elbows down and in. Keep the rest of the body in mountain pose. And then push the elbows out and bring the arms up. And again, just feeling what's going on across your back, especially through that shoulder area. Take a breath and just relax. Maybe a little higher. And swing your arms away, flying your eagle arms out. Take a moment just breathing. Again, feel those shoulders. And let's bring them into that backstroke and swimming in close to your ear. Letting the shoulders get a little bit more released. Take a few breaths as you're doing that. Just relaxing your whole upper body. Feel the spine moving along with the shoulders. Exhale any tension. And then bring both arms up. Stretch high on one side, coming up on your opposite toe. So the side you stretch, the foot is flat. Get that shoulder opening even more. Release it down. Bring the other one up. And again, come up on that opposite toe. Heel just raised off the mat. Stretch out through the shoulder. And then both arms, both feet down, both arms up. Clasp your hands, press the palms toward the ceiling. Bring one side over. And that press back up. Bend the other elbow, coming down, and press back up. Bring the arms out to the front. Keep those shoulders down. Turn the palms around and back out and up toward the ceiling and release. Take a moment, feel your body, and then bringing your hands up, the backs of the hands along the sides of your body, and then flip them around as you get to the head and reach up. Turn the palms out and come all the way down. And again, backs of the hands along the sides, all the way up. Turn the palms toward each other, turn them out and down. And let's do that once more. Coming up toward each other, turning out all the way down. And again, another little backstroke. Just getting those shoulders releasing even more. And then releasing that, coming into mountain pose. Again, hands to your heart, inhaling them up. Keep looking at your thumbs, coming back into that upper body back bend as much as you like. Lift the heart, look at your fingers, swan dive forward. Stretch it out as you come forward, and then drop down into ragdoll. Pull in deeper. Let that upper body release any tension, pulling your head toward your legs. And then bringing your hands back down. Again, let's roll once more into mountain pose. Take a moment as you get there. Shoulders back and down a couple of times. Exhaling tension. And then bring one arm out and bring it all the way across. Take your other hand to the upper arm above the elbow and just pull that side. And then release. Arm down, other arm out. Again, bringing it across, hand to the upper arm, above the elbow, and pull it even further. And releasing back to your sides. And again, a couple circles with the shoulders. And bring your hands to your heart. Again, inhaling up into our little upper body back bend, pulling those thumbs back, feeling that chest rise. And let's do another swan dive all the way over. Hands on your shins, under your knees, and halfway up stretch. Elbows, knees, spine, everything straight. Spread those toes out. And then let's come to our child pose transition, all the way down onto the floor. Hips back on your heels, bring that forehead way down. Roll those shoulders toward your floor and tuck in your chin. Knees together, that'll give your whole back a stretch, or separate them and just focus on that upper body. Take a breath. And then bringing your arms out to the front, to the sides of the mat, pivot up, slide your feet back, drop your hips, roll all the way onto your belly. Turn your head to the side, hands, palms up, resting crocodile. Just let those shoulders come toward the floor, stretching across the back a little bit. Exhale, turn your head to the opposite side. Give your neck a stretch evenly on both sides. And then forehead to the mat, and bring your arms overhead along the floor, right in front of your shoulders. So we're doing our upper body cobra. So bring your fingertips to the heel of your palm, bring the hands back, plant the hands right in front of your shoulders, elbows out toward the side, forehead on the floor. Inhale, bring your face forward, round up. Tuck your chin back slightly toward your chest and lift your chest forward and up and shoulder blades down, coming into that upper body back bend. So just a little baby cobra. You're not lifting the ribs off the floor. You're not pushing into the arms or hands. They're not supporting you at all. It's your spine doing the work. So chest forward, lift the crown maybe a little higher. Breathe. Just relax. Feel that connection into your upper back. Feeling the contraction right there across that neck shoulder area. And then exhale, bring your forehead back down. Bring your palms in again, fingertips to the heel of the palm. and the hands back again. Still above your head as you're in that position. The elbows go further out toward the sides and your forehead starts on the floor. And once again, just relax your lower body, feet hip width apart, they do nothing. Again, inhaling, face forward, crown up, tuck the chin back, chest forward and up, rising as much as your spine wants to go into that upper middle back. So right across that top of your shoulder blade area should be the maximum part of this contraction in your back bend. So just feel where it is along your spine. Lift your heart maybe a little higher, crown toward the ceiling. Keep that chin slightly down. Remember, keep stretching the back of your neck. Lower body just sinking, doing nothing. Your ribs are on the floor. Your arms, again, not taking pressure, just positioning you. Take a breath. Don't go too high. Just let it work across that upper middle back. And exhale back, forehead toward the floor. Take your hands in one more time. So about the temple area this time for your hands. Elbows again out toward the sides. Take a breath. Just relax, forehead on the floor. And then rotating, face forward, crown up. Tuck the chin so that neck keeps stretching. Bring your chest forward and up so the heart is your focus this time. That's a little further down your spine for that contraction on that back bend on this version. So wherever your hands are, remember, the closer to your shoulders, the more down your back it goes. The further out and away, the higher up your spine. So you can pick a point on your spine that you want as your focal point. So just notice where it is this time, and then again, exhaling, bring your forehead back down. So yogini choice, that means you get to choose where you put your hands for this version. You can bring them further out, all the way out, closer to your body, and you'll notice where that back bend maximizes. So just bring your hands wherever it is that you want, maybe a little above your top of your head if you want that upper middle back as your focus, or even further out slightly, but don't bring them all the way straight. That gets really into your neck. So just pick your point, elbows out to the side, forehead on the floor to start. And then again, inhaling, face front, crown high, tuck the chin back, keep that neck stretching as you bring your heart forward and up. And again, as deeply into that back bend at whatever point you want. If you missed the point you want, go back down, push out further if you want it higher, or bring them closer if you want it slightly lower. And then again, face forward and crown up, chin in, chest forward and up, and just coming into your upper body in whichever selected point it needs for that back bend. Take a breath, stretch it out, maximizing, but remember, not a lot of pressure in those arms. There's no need to push. You just need to let the back do the work. Take a breath, stretch it out even further, and then as you exhale, bring your forehead back to the floor. Bring your hands under your shoulders, push up and back into child pose. So get a good stretch in that extended child pose. And then let your shoulders really relax as you bring your hands next to your feet. Take a breath, exhaling tension. Feel that whole upper back and shoulder area. And then bring your hands out to the center and pivot up onto your hands and knees. So wrist, elbows, and shoulders lined up. Get that core working, support your low back, don't let the back sink. Get it nice and straight. Knees right under your hips, and then slide your hands forward, elbows down on the floor. Don't circle your wrists if you need to, remember, anytime. So we're going to do our puppy stretch for the shoulders. So bring your hands slightly further forward, feel that stretch begin, and then slide your body slightly forward, bringing your puppy tail up, wag it around a little bit. And just go as deeply into that stretch through your upper middle back as it wants to go, with the chest coming down toward the floor. Take a breath. Exhale. Just relax. And then pushing slightly back, elbows under your shoulders, and coming back up into table position. And again, rounding your back, sink back, give those arms a good stretch, and stretch the hands way further forward, bring your whole forehead down toward the floor into our wisdom pose. So knees together if you like that low back, getting a stretch as well. And again, bring the forehead as far down as it will go. Tucking your chin just a little bit more. And then again, inhaling, sit up on your heels. And we're going to clasp the hands behind and press them to the floor, pressing the heels of the palms together as well. So feel the chest expand as you do that. And then as you exhale, bring the hands up and your forehead down toward the floor. You can come up hips off your heels if you need to. Bring your head down toward the floor, the hands toward your head. Take a breath. Exhale, just relax through the shoulders. And then inhale, face forward, crown coming up, hands coming down, coming back into that kneeling position. And then switch your fingers into the opposite clasp of your hands. And again, straightening your elbows, opening your chest, pushing the hands toward the floor. Feel the difference. Take a breath in, crown high. And then as you exhale, hands come up, forehead down toward the floor. And again, you can come with your hips back on your heels if that works for you, and the hands going up toward your head. Or you can come up further and bring the head all the way down, rotating those arms a little bit more toward the floor. And again, just breathe into it, just relaxing, bringing those arms further toward your head in whichever position you're in, if that works for you. And then inhaling again, bring those hands back down as you raise your head back up toward the ceiling and release your arms. Take a breath, exhaling tension. Circle the shoulders. And let's just come into a little cross-legged position. So remember, switch your legs around because otherwise we're doing our habitual way. Sitting bones slightly behind you, shoulders right above your hips, core working to support your spine. Take a breath. Exhale tension. Bring your chin into that notch at the base of your throat, the jugular notch. Feel the stretch on the back of your neck. Exhale, just relax it. Keep the shoulders released. No tension. And then bring your hands up one at a time. Just add weight, not pressure, so don't push with your hands. Just add a little extra weight to that stretch along the back of your neck. Feel what's going on all the way across that upper neck and shoulder. Take a breath. Chin even deeper into that chest. And then releasing your hands. Tip your chin up. And then bring it toward the ceiling. But don't bring it too much. You don't want to crunch the neck. You want to just let the throat have a stretch at the front, but keep stretching across the back of the neck as well. Shoulders relaxing, just down, exhaling tension. And then clasp your hands, your non-habitual clasp. And bring the hands to your forehead. And again, just push gently into your hands as your elbows go out toward the sides. Feel the stretch. Keep the top of your head stretching up and out as you're doing that. And then releasing your hands, tip your head back upright. Tip your ear over toward one shoulder. Keep both shoulders down, no hunching up. The ear doesn't need to make it to the shoulder, that's okay. Take the hand you're tipping toward. Again, add weight, not pressure, to the outside of your head. If that feels good on that stretch and you want to stay there, that's okay. Otherwise, bring the other hand down to the floor and give it just a little push, and that'll give it a little more stretch on that side that's stretching. And then releasing your hands, tip your head back upright, switch your legs just because we need to be balanced. And we're going to, of course, do the other side. So tipping your ear across to the opposite shoulder, both shoulders down. Bring your hand up for that extra weight, but no pressure. Feel that increase as you breathe. Just relax. Stay there or bring the hand to the floor for a little bit more. Exhale any tension. And again, releasing your hands, tip your head back upright. The other side's a little bit more open, as always. Take a breath, exhale any tension. And then bringing your legs to the end of the mat into staff position. Crown to the ceiling, use that core for support, and roll onto your back. As you get all the way down, let the shoulders come down toward the floor, relaxing, opening across the chest. Bring your arms out to T position, and we'll do our final twist. Sitting bones towards your heels, just bring your heels in near your sitting bones, knees straight up. Press the back gently down onto the floor and lift your knees, feet up off the floor. We're going to roll those knees right at hip level over toward the side, bringing your head toward the opposite side. Keep the shoulders down and just turn the head as much as it wants to go. Again, letting the knees go as far toward the floor as they want to go. Remember, you can always put a pillow down so that those knees don't go too far if that low back is an issue for you. And if you like it and you want your low back getting even more into the stretch, you can bring your knees up toward your elbow, or you can extend your feet out towards your hands. Either way, it does a little bit more in that low back twist. So don't go too far if that's something that you don't need to do today. Just straight to the side is perfectly good. And on whichever position you're in, bring your heels back near your hips and roll onto your back. Getting ready, of course, to twist to the opposite side. So once again, knees above your hips, roll the knees over right at hip level, turn your head toward the opposite direction. Shoulders down, keep those chests open, and breathe. Remember, hands can be palms up or down, whichever works best for you. You can try both ways and see what works. And again, if you love the low back twist, remember, knees up toward your elbow for a little bit more, or extending your legs fully out toward your hand if you really love it. Keep the shoulders down as you're doing that. Keep the head turning as much as your neck is willing to do. Take a breath. Always just relaxing in whichever version of the twist you're in. And again, when you're ready to release, the heels go toward your hips and roll onto your back. Bring your feet to the floor, sliding out. Bringing your hands near your sides into horse position for our final relaxation. Roll your head side to side. Relax those shoulders down toward the floor. Take a deep breath. Just exhaling any stress. Let your upper body soften and sink. Lots of shoulder and body work in that torso today. And just give those toes a connection, and then relax your lower body as well. Take a deep breath. Let the shoulders and torso go heavy. Sink deep into that earth surface beneath you. Just let your body relax completely. Breathing deep. Exhaling tension. Everything releasing. And with each breath, just relax tension out. As your body softens and sinks, just let it keep growing heavier, sinking deeper into that earth surface and support. Breathing and relaxing, let everything go. And just know that your awareness of your body is not needed at this moment, so let thoughts of your body release from your attention. As you do, other thoughts will come to you. Just let those thoughts release as well. Remember, it's not necessary to think of the past or worry about the future. Just let the thoughts flow in and out without attention, flowing as easily as your breath in and out, floating away without awareness. And just allow your awareness to turn inward, focusing on that breath. Bring your awareness deep within to the peace deep inside. And just focus on the peace as you completely release and relax. And if you have time to keep relaxing today, just keep relaxing as long as you have opportunity. If it's time to come to your senses and get ready for the rest of your day, begin drawing energy and awareness with your breath back to the moment, to the room, to your body. Begin stretching gently, whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready for your final yoga hug of appreciation, sitting bones toward your heels, heels toward your hips, knees up toward your heart, wrap your arms around, give yourself that appreciative yoga hug. Let your body know you appreciate its yoga work today and the work your body does for you every day. And when you're ready to release, head and feet to the floor, roll to the side, and sit back up, getting ready for whatever's ahead in your world today. Thanks for joining me.